Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Let me just turn this down a bit. As you can see, I have a guest today, Adam from Adam's Exploits. How you doing, Adam?
Morning, Paul. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming in. Thank you. I wish I could find an hour-long music clip so we could have music in the background through the whole thing. That would be cool.
Right.
It was hard enough finding a decent public domain tune that I liked.
Was that? Did you purchase that, or is that one of the YouTube songs or something like royalty free?
That's royalty free, yeah.
Okay.
I like it though. I like it a lot.
I'll have my chat popped out already because for some reason I can't type in the StreamYard for some odd reason. But
yeah, Lisa was asking me last night. We were doing an auction, and she says, "Can you put this in the chat for me? What the start bid is?" And I says, "No, it won't allow me to." I says,
"Yeah, I don't know why it's unless I guess I have to shrink my. Let me see if I can make my screen a little smaller. See if it'll let me do it. No, wouldn't let me do it at all, huh?"
Yeah, it wouldn't let me. I think only the person that made the stream can do it.
Used to be able to before.
Yeah, it must be something they changed.
Okay, I'll have to reach out to them because I kind of half know the guys that are the creators.
Okay. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Flippin' Frozen.
Let me pull up my chat here.
D-Cells, good morning. How are you today? How's everybody doing today? Last day of March, April 1st, tomorrow. I don't think there'll be any April Fools going around tomorrow.
I want to remind you guys, if you haven't used your eBay store supply coupon, get today. First quarter.
It's funny you say that. I looked for mine yesterday. And
I was going to do a video, and it changed since the last time. And I found the directions, because like eBay forums has directions. Yep. These aren't right. It's like it took me literally like 45 minutes to find it.
Yeah, I couldn't find it, and all it kept on my seller screen. All it says was $25 eBay supply coupon, whatever it is.
Well, you can click on that, and then it'll take you to where you want to order the supplies.
No, it says it was redeemed already.
Oh, it says it was redeemed.
Yeah, and that was from the last quarter when so I didn't get one for this quarter.
Oh, geez, and they're short-staffed at eBay right now.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, Flippin' Good Stuff. Oh, past midnight, man. You're a trooper, though. Past midnight.
Where's the past midnight? Is that Australia?
Australia, yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning, Jerry. How are you today? How is everyone doing today? Wish we had supplies coupon here in Australia.
Okay.
I said this on the show the other day. The eBay tape, I'm not a fan of. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's kind of like you need twice as much to use it.
Yeah, I wouldn't use it on anything important. I mean, I just use it to seal priority envelopes and things.
Yeah.
I mean, I prefer the other like the Scotch tapes and those kind of things.
Right. Well, I've got some 3-inch tape.
Okay.
On Amazon, and it is sticky as it's crazy. You're welcome, Jerry. You're welcome. Hopefully you'll use it. You get to come on here with us.
We got Morse code there?
No, I'm texting. I have a vacation rental property, and people canceled because of this because they can't fly in from Europe anymore or whatever. And now they keep asking me 9 million questions. When am I going to get my refund? It's not held by me. It's held by the site that you posted the reservation on. So, yeah, but the boxes, the last eBay boxes I got, it was a smaller box. I think it was, I want to say 9 by 10 or something like that. All rippled. And when I try to use it as a hold first, put stuff in, and then when I'm ready to pack it, I'll open it up and do it. When you do it like that, the box starts to separate.
Oh, geez.
Either there's no glue or whatever. And then I had some.
You've had them since when?
Oh, this is the last shipment I got 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
Okay. I would still reach out to eBay and say, hey, look, this is your company that you represent. And the thing is,
Right.
they're not eBay boxes. They're a company like a supplier that handles that for eBay. I wasn't aware of that.
Right. Yeah.
I
And then
had a Porch Pirate of all things steal a box of boxes. I actually had my eBay boxes stolen off my front step.
wow.
So when I contacted eBay, it's kind of like, well, you got to contact, it's a separate company. It's not eBay. It's a vendor that does it for eBay. That's what they did in-house. I didn't realize that it was a separate company.
Yeah. Then I got 9 by 6 boxes, and so far 3 of them just came apart at the seam where they joined them
I
together.
bought some hat boxes, so I should be okay.
Yep.
I think they were like 6 by 6 by 4 or 6 by 6 by 6, something like that.
Yeah, I got some 6 by 6, but I got them locally at boxes, etc.
Right. That should be fine for hats, but I'm glad you said that because I'll be careful ordering boxes from them.
Yep. Jerry, I don't know what takes 1 day to set up. It should be, the camera is plug and play. You may have to download the driver for it, but it's plug and play.
Sometimes it won't recognize you. You might have to pull it out and put it back into the USB because sometimes the computer's a little wonky. You might not recognize it that it's in the USB port. And again, like Paul said, if it doesn't install it automatically, go to that particular like if it's Logitech, go to Logitech, and then type in your model number, and it'll have like the drivers listed for those particular models.
Yeah, but it shouldn't take 1 day to set up. I was having a problem.
1 day to recognize.
Yeah, no, I did, and then it said wait 1 day to recognize. No, that's gotta be crazy.
Yeah. Although I was trying to install my camera, I was telling Paul earlier, I have a camera, Canon. I was having all kind of issues. I was going to try to use that today to test it, and I just finally just gave up.
But I'm telling you, whatever camera you're using now and lights, the picture's fantastic.
Yeah, this is the C920, and I have a softbox bouncing off the ceiling. The problem is sometimes with the stream with StreamYard, especially like when I do my show later in the day, I think there's just so many people on the internet, the signal gets downgraded. And then my last one with Wade's Venture, it's like, oh crap. I mean, when I looked at my picture, I check everything, on the software for the camera. I said, okay, everything looks good. The colors are good. The picture's good. And I saw the replay. It's like, what the heck happened here?
Yeah. What it is from what I understand, listening to like the news stories and stuff, they're giving more of the bandwidth to the government for all this reporting and stuff.
Apparently, yeah.
And ours is downgraded.
And then you got to figure, like, I mean, I don't know the numbers, but let's say before, I'm going to just throw this out there, just spitballing, 10% of the population was at home. Now it's probably like 85% of the population is at home.
Yeah.
So that's a lot more usage.
Exactly. And not just that, I don't know about the rest of the country, but in Florida here, they just delayed school opening now until May 1st. And they just started yesterday distance learning. So now they're teaching the students.
Wow.
Yeah, they're teaching the students on their computers.
We started like 3 weeks ago here. I mean, I don't have kids, but I mean, that's what I was told.
Right.
But,
yeah, they just came out.
When it was kind of everything kind of hit the fan. They had like that first week. They had like in the service day for the teachers, and they showed them how to do it, and then they get them set up, and then the following week they were apparently up and running. Most schools.
Right.
I'm in southern New Jersey, but so I don't know if that's different. I mean, I guess because it was already kind of hitting here.
Yeah.
There was basically, I guess, Washington, LA, and New York were the big three.
Yeah, I've known Jerry for over 30 years. He's from Massachusetts. He lives down here now, and he says his son is doing that now. And even if, I was telling Sandy, I said, even if we did want to go home now to spend a little time with everybody, we couldn't because they won't allow you in New Jersey. They won't allow you in New York. They won't allow you in Connecticut.
Connecticut, Rhode Island. Rhode
Yeah.
Island, door to door.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is like now in Florida, Route 10, which is the direct line to go to Texas or New Orleans, because New Orleans is a hotbed now. They have National Guard posted there to check people, do a checkpoint at the border of Florida.
Mhm.
And then 95, they have a checkpoint there checking people that come down into Florida. So it is, yeah, it's nuts. We flipping good stuff. I'm homeschooling for the past week here.
95 was closed off down here. Wow.
Yeah, I saw a meme that somebody posted. I reposted it. I thought it was funny. First week of homeschooling, one student was already expelled, another one suspended, and one of the teachers was fired for drinking on the job. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess that's difficult too, because with the kids have to stay home, and the parents are supposed to be working if they're considered necessary. It's like, what do? You got to hire a full-time
Nanny,
nanny, or I don't know what you do.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, I guess because all these daycare centers, I'm assuming, are all closed now, because kids can transfer the virus.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to put my kid.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't know where they're coming from or who they were exposed to. It's crazy. It's a crazy world right now. Makes you wonder what the norm's going to be when this is all done.
I don't know if I told you, I was telling somebody else they have sneeze guards now in some of our local supermarkets, and believe me, they're installed very well. I mean, basically between the cashier and you, it's like a plexiglass, probably 2 foot wide by about 3 foot high. They're not going away anytime. They're permanent now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, the world as we know it has changed. I mean, it's not. They're going to be.
Oh yeah. It probably will be, Jerry, because they have the test. They're using the convention center as the testing site. I didn't know that it cost $100 to have that test either.
Weren't they supposed to waive that fee?
I heard here that it was $100 to have the test, because there's some doctors now advertising on the radio. Don't pay that absorbent amount. We can do the exact same test for $25.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, no matter what happens in history, try to capitalize on it or do something with it. But yeah, it's.
Do you know Michelle W., the moderator for a lot of the channels?
Yes. Yeah.
Apparently she's very ill, and first she thought it was a sinus infection, but she has a low-grade fever. I've had the same thing for over a month, although mine is like 90% gone now. I was on steroids. In fact, I had to go to the urgent care one weekend. It got so bad I couldn't stand it anymore. My doctor wasn't available. She was away on a medical conference. So I said, "Oh, I got to go." So they put me on a steroid. I said, "If that doesn't work, by Monday, go on the Z-Pack," which is what they're supposedly trying to use for this. So I was on the Z-Pack, and then I still had problems. So they put me on another Z-Pack. So now I'm probably 90% better, but apparently Michelle has the same issues, and she's running a low-grade fever. So she's really flipping out and panicking. And I think she helps take care of her elderly mother that's ill. So really freaking out.
Yeah, Sandy thought we were nervous for Sandy. She had bronchitis. She's still getting over it. But then the reports kept coming out that her agents there at the airport are dropping like flies.
Right.
And she had contact with these people. So I said, you better go see the doctor again, because you're not getting better now. It seems like you're getting worse. So he put her on, it's not a Z-Pack. He put her on something else. But she had to go have x-rays and stuff just to make sure.
Her lungs and everything, yeah.
Yeah, he says, no, you just have bronchitis, inflamed something or whatever, but she doesn't have the virus, thank God. But she's still off now for another week. But yeah, then she listens to the news every day. Oh, another TSA. Oh, another TSA. Well, if they shut the airports, then the people that are infected won't be flying,
Right.
and they can, maintain it or control it a little bit more.
I mean, I don't want to get involved with politics, but it's almost like you have to have like martial law and just say only people that are necessary to work for the government or medical people should be allowed to fly. Now, I mean, anyone
Right.
else should be like, no.
Wow, Flippin' Frozen made it to 700 listings today. Another 100 listings for April.
Another 100? Wow, nice.
That's fantastic. Well, they're giving us
Congratulations,
50,000. Yeah, congratulations. They're giving us 50,000 for March and 50,000 for April, free listings.
I think it was you, Paul, that said just to remember you're going to have to pay that the following month or in June.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you have, if you only have 250 listings on the basic store and you run up to like 600-700, you're going to have to pay the difference in the insertion fees.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Sure. Oh, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. So here we are.
That's a good point. I would think that postal service would have to be essential, and that would probably be another thing. Maybe FedEx, USPS, UPS. A lot of those have their own private airlines too, like UPS has their own, FedEx has their own.
Exactly. So I don't think it would affect them.
Right.
Because they all have the big giant trucks too.
Right.
I mean, the worst case scenario is you don't do express. You can't do overnight express or something like that. But, it makes you wonder if, could students be happier now doing everything online, not need to go into a classroom? It makes you wonder, is that going to be the norm from now on? I don't know.
My friend has a autistic child, and she's homeschooling from day one, but he's in some kind of quasi public private kind of thing.
Yeah,
he's connected to the local school system. I think he's like 13 and he's like a junior in high school. It's like, 'cause he's so smart.
Wow.
But he's been homeschooled.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
But so here we are, the end of March, and the little blurb I put at the front. The world is crazy, but we can already see that Flippin' Frozen made it to 700 listings by the end of March. I put down, what have you accomplished as crazy as the world is right now? I was going to send more stuff to Amazon FBA and couldn't because that was shut down. And now they're thinking of extending that shutdown for longer because it was supposed to be held off until April 5th. Now they're saying it might be another couple of weeks. But Amazon is rocking. I mean, Amazon for me is rocking really good.
Yeah, I meant to ask you about that. I had heard that they were kind of opening it up a little bit back up again. Is that true? Or they extended the deadline?
Last I heard, last email was they're trying to get it where we can send stuff in by April 5th.
Okay.
But it's uncertain.
Gotcha.
So who knows? I mean, I have to ship the stuff myself because I had to change everything from the last shipment I had ready for FBA, fulfilled by Amazon. I changed it to fulfilled by merchant, and I just put it on the shelf. And I had to ship 3 or 4 things yesterday.
We had a lot of storms here, Donna. We had thunder and lightning. It's like when you have thunder and lightning in March, it's crazy. I mean, bad, heavy rains, things were flooding. It was crazy. Well, we got real warm here. It got up 65 or 70. And then now it's 45.
Adam, do you have your Facebook on? Your YouTube audio on?
No.
Yeah, because somebody's saying that we have an echo. I hear it a little too. I don't know how, but I hear it a little too.
I could probably, let me see if I should have earbuds in here.
My death shed is going to get listed during upcoming school holidays. They're still going to school in Australia? We're supposed to get a storm here tonight, but we haven't had any rain in weeks, which is unusual for Florida. But it's supposed to get pretty bad here tonight through tomorrow. It's already overcast here. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, Donna, that's Flippin' Frozen. That's great. 700 listings. I am trying myself to get as much stuff done. I had reached out to a million phone calls and, trying to get stuff done that I wouldn't ordinarily do, I guess. I make myself a to-do list. And the bad thing that I do with that is, I check things off, but I'm always adding stuff. And the to-do list never gets done. And one of my old trainers used to say, you make your list for today and you don't add to it. And you don't until that is done. You finish that list. But I'm notorious for always adding. So my list goes on to one page, then the next page, then the next page. So I have to stop doing that.
So Donna, have you noticed a big increase in your sales with all this extra listing going on? Did Cassini kind of tweak you up in the listing profiles? Because that's the theory. The more you list, the more you sell, supposedly.
Exactly. And there was a question on one of the groups. I break up my list per day. Yeah.
Like Paul was saying the other day, we say not time slots. What'd you call them?
Time blocking.
Time block, right. Block your time.
Yeah, something that, we used to do it a lot in real estate, but it's actually, you do it for any business. Or chunking, they call it sometimes. You take a day and you put, like I said, I have to make one. I have one, but it has just real estate stuff on it. You take a day that has every hour written on it. And then from the time you wake up, you schedule. Well, first of all, what you should do for the first couple of days is write down everything you did. And then the next day, the same thing. And then after a couple of days of that, you analyze it and say, okay, look, I'm spending 3 hours looking at Facebook. And that's not making me any money because all I'm doing is looking at it and responding to things. Then here, and then here, and then here, it's all looking at my email. And that's taking me away from doing stuff that could be making me money. So then you make your own. Okay, I get up at 7. My day is going to start at 7. So at 7, I'm going to shower. I'm going to have breakfast. I'm going to meditate for a few minutes, whatever it is. And then at 8, I'm going to get to it. So maybe from 8 to 9, I'm going to start taking photos. So and one easy way that I was doing it here before is take photos with my phone. And then at 9, I'm going to get away from the computer, get away from that. Maybe I'll check my emails for like a half hour, go for a walk or something, come back at 10 or 11. Then I'll do more photos. Then at 12, I'm going to get away from the computer. I'm going to go make lunch. I'm going to go talk to the family. I'm going to veg out for 1 hour, think of something completely different. And then at 1, I'm going to come back. Now I'm going to list. If I list on my desktop, all you have to do is save everything as a draft. And then go into your phone where you have all the pictures and just complete every draft with the phone. Because all you got to do is when you open up the app, it'll say draft. Click on the draft. The first thing that's going to pick
that way.
Yeah, the first thing that's going to pop up.
Differently. I mean, I have an iPhone now. I haven't done it with my iPhone. I mean, when I had the Android,
I think it's really easy.
I used to transfer it with a cable, a data cable, and it would just
right.
load into my photo folder. But now,
yep. And if you have an Apple computer, which I have an Apple,
I have a PC and I have a laptop and I have an Apple. I have an iPhone.
Right. Which the nice thing you can do is you just after you take the photos, you just send them to your Apple
iCloud.
But when you're doing it, like I like to list on my desktop because I can put more.
Yeah, I don't like listing on my phone. Like just taking pictures on the phone.
Right. because
And
you can put.
I was going to try to use the camera to take pictures because this is terrible low light camera. Even with I have like 3 light boxes, I still have issues with this camera with lower light with the
It
color.
could be your settings. Maybe you're set at.
I have like 3 different. I have like 3 different apps on there too, trying to help with it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, sometimes like I have an auction that I go to, and he posts pictures the 2 days before to a day before. And I told him, I says, what did you do to your camera? All the pictures are very dark. I said, you used to have really nice, bright pictures. What happened? And he says, I don't know. I says, if you got it, I'll look at it. It could be the settings. It could be you're set for outside on a sunny day. You need to have it set for inside, like 400.
Mhm.
But if you have it set for 100 and you're inside in low light, it's going to be extremely dark. So it could be as easy as just setting that.
It's not.
And white
I
balance,
believe me.
yeah, white balance. Maybe your white balance is off.
Yeah. Again, and then it varies every time I go to do it. And part of the issue I have is I use a spare bedroom, and I have blinds, and on the
Yep.
side window I have like dark out curtains. But on the
Yep.
back window I don't have. I just have curtains that are kind of like 2 foot, so that the light kind of leaks in. So when it's sunny out, the light I have more light. When it's like now, it's like cloudy and overcast. It was like drizzly this morning.
Yep.
So it'll be a little bit darker in there. So it's.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta take this call. It's from my doctor's office. I'll be right back.
Okay. That's cool though. Flipping Frozen to get a lot of sales. That's good. That is really good. Yeah, because they're saying too with all those free listings that we're getting, don't relist things. Do sell similar, because that's a whole new listing, and it would help. So yeah, do sell similar. Like I have still have a lot of listings I haven't relisted. I've been putting up some brand new stuff, but not a lot of my old listings that I have to relist. But I will do a sell similar to those, because supposedly that helps. But yeah, with that form that I was saying is you just, when you're on eBay, do all your listings and just save them as a draft. When you're done, go into your phone, open up the draft. The first option that's going to come up is to add the picture, 1, 2, 3, 4, how many ever you took. And then, okay, take it easy. Thanks for coming in. We flip in good stuff. Thanks for coming in. You add the picture, and then you can finish the listing and make it active on your phone. And then you go on and to something else. Check your email again. I tend to check my email 2-3 times a day minimum.
Right.
And usually once a week, like on a Saturday or Sunday, I will go through it all, because like on StreamYard, it has to email you the link to get in. Sometimes I don't remember to delete that. So I'll have like 2 or 3 of them that I just have to delete. And then you still get those, ridiculous ads and stuff.
Well, that's why actually when I said it was my doctor, because they go through like the central hospital number. So
Yeah.
said, so now I put it in like Cooper Hospital. So when I know it's one of the doctor's offices is calling.
Oh, okay.
Because I screen 99% of my calls. If I don't recognize the number, I don't pick it up.
Right. Yeah. I'm
Like,
glad.
And your car warranted. You want to buy windows.
Yep. And now the latest scam I heard on the news this morning, excuse me, is the IRS supposedly calling you for your bank account number so they can get you your stimulus check direct deposited.
And they were doing something with the census too. They were trying to scam people through the census.
Yeah.
IRS
is
online. I didn't realize I was holding it. It's like, oh, I got to get this, got to mail it in. I opened it up. It's like, oh, I do this online. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. I still have mine. I haven't opened up either.
Yeah, a lot of people haven't submitted them yet.
Yeah, the IRS is never going to call you. That's for sure.
No, well, I got letters from the IRS.
Yeah, not unless you're like a year late paying your taxes or something. Yeah, but I mean, the last day of March, April looks like we're still going to be shuttered in here all April. So we should all make,
at least.
yeah, I think we should all make a plan of action, like, you know, what we could get done, because it's going to be hard to source now too, because here, unless you sell milk and bread, the stores are closed. The malls are closed. All the Goodwills are closed. The Salvation Army's closed first a few weeks ago.
Mhm.
So it's going to be hard to source.
I tried to do some online arbitrage OA for your, if there's any newbies in here. And everything I saw was sold out. Yeah, because resellers are buying that stuff, you know. I mean, because
Right. And I don't know if you saw the show that when Dolly was talking about, she gets up real early every morning and hits Facebook Marketplace
okay.
and Let's
see part of
Go. Yeah, Let Go, and the other one.
Well, the issue now is like, do you want to deal with people? I don't think I want to deal with people.
That's the other problem.
And I have a compromised immune system, so I'm definitely not dealing with people.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's the other problem. And then, like here, we're not supposed to be out unless we're going to a supermarket.
Right.
So, I mean, you could always meet somebody at a supermarket parking lot, but you're taking a risk. Yeah, definitely taking a risk.
Sports online, YouTube auctions, true. And you can also, one of the channels I follow, he was on Casey's channel. He sources through Facebook Marketplace, and he does searches for like certain electronic goods.
Yeah.
And he'll put like a certain like area, like let's just say, I don't know, I wouldn't source New York City now. Let's just say he sources Baltimore, Maryland. So I mean, he might be using Florida, so he'll put in Baltimore, Maryland, he'll put in what he's looking for, and then he asks the people, you know, do you accept PayPal? Would you ship this to me? And he sources a lot that way. And then if you use PayPal, you have buyer protection and you have seller protection.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good. I mean, when I was really rocking with the real estate and I had a ton of listings, when I would hear like Chicago or New York or New England got a bad snowstorm, I would tell my assistant, okay, market all these properties on Craigslist in those areas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, homes for sale in Chicago or Detroit or wherever the storm was. Just to say, and one of my ads had a picture of a convertible and says, we can drive our car with the roof down all year long. You know, but you're shoveling out snow. So you just got to get creative. And like, he's doing a good job of saying, yeah, you know, let's branch out. If the people will ship it, great. And Jerry, that's one of the reasons I got you that camera. So hopefully maybe you can come on. As long as you don't mind shipping and packing. That's one of the things I hate the worst. But yeah, if you want to come on one of the auctions, because lately we've been selling a lot of the pop culture merchandise on the auctions. People are interested in it. What would you do for returns of games or puzzles? Would you accept them back or just refund the money? What would you do for returns of games or puzzles? Well, my return, if you're talking about Amazon, my returns, I have my top rated seller. I lost it for a while and I got it back last year, but I still do buyer paid returns. And then it's always going to depend on what the return is. What are they saying? What's wrong with them? But I usually tell my people, yeah, ship it back and I'll give you a refund. You know, if you're not happy, ship it back. I'll give you a refund. But I need to get it back the way that I sent it to them. And I tell them that. It needs to come back the way you got it. Like one time I sent an action figure. Now, this was a rare action figure. It was from Comic-Con. So if you weren't there, you couldn't get it. You had to get it on the secondary market. And the person said, well, I don't like it. So I said, all right, send it back on the same condition you got it, and I will refund your money.
Let me guess, they opened the packaging and that devalued it?
Oh, my God. He sent it back. It was open. It was like the kid chewed on it or something.
Yeah, there's no way you could
sticky. And I called eBay, and I said, listen, I'm going to send you pictures of the way it went out and the way it came back. And they said, yeah, this is no sense. There's not going to be a refund due here.
Donna's talking about eBay and it's within her return frame. That's your call, Donna. Typically, like when I still do women's jeans, which I tell you guys all the time. I'm trying to get out of it, but they're haunting me. It's like $8 to ship jeans, priority.
Yeah.
Like somebody's trying to scam me. It's like I know 95% of the time eBay is going to side with the buyer. So it's
right.
Like, okay, keep them, donate them, give them to somebody, donate them, because I'm not going to pay another $8 to have them shipped back to me. I have like $1 or $2 invested, or even if you have $3 invested. So you have the shipping out there. You got the shipping back to you. I don't have $18, $20 of profit built into this, so I eat it. It's the cost of doing business, unfortunately. That's my opinion, Don. I mean, obviously, what you feel is best, but that's
that's why I do.
Puzzle and it costs you $8 or $7 to ship it. We're gonna pay another $7 to ship it back to you, and what are you going to get when you resell it?
Right. That's why I do buyer paid returns.
Unfortunately, that's part of the business.
Right. That's why I started doing buyer paid returns. The other thing is, I think in the last
eBay, fight with eBay and tell them what they're trying to do and say, look, this item is described. But like I said, 95% of the time, at least in my experience and following all these different Facebook groups, 95% of the time eBay sides with the buyer. So,
right. The other thing that I've started to do a year or two ago now, and I still try to do it, is the
virus.
Yeah, the 2 item descriptions, the condition, and then in the description, I try to put every single thing in there so they can't say item not as described, and if they say, well, it's dented on the corner. No, it says that in the condition. So I try to cover, CYA, all the time now. It's crazy, even in Amazon, because when you scan something in Amazon, the item comes up and you're just listing yours, but you still have to put in the condition of yours, and you should still put the picture of yours, because I had a couple of times where, well, my box doesn't look like that. Mine says exclusive limited edition with a special card in it or whatever. So I put that in, as much as I can. Anything that would help you to prevent forest fires, to prevent returns. Thank goodness, knock on wood, I don't have that many returns at all.
Yeah, Donna, for what you're saying, to me, that's even more reason to just to refund it and move on. I know I take things personally, but this day and age, like I said, if you're worried about the virus, I don't think the virus can survive 3, 4, 5 days of transport. But still,
no, it's a few hours on cardboard. They said 3 days on stainless steel.
Yeah, they're talking about like these latex gloves. People were just like dropping them in shopping lots, parking lots, like supermarkets. They said the virus can survive 3 to 4 hours. I think they said. So I leave them in my car, and I pull them inside out and leave them in the car. So I figure if they're there for a day or two, supposedly, I guess if it gets really, really bad, I'll end up washing them.
Right. The other thing is, if you're nervous about it, just take the box and put it in your garage for a day. The heat will kill it, and it doesn't last on cardboard, they said.
Right.
Some people leaving them on their porch so the sun gets at them. The doctor even told my wife, he says, the sun will help a lot. It kills it a lot. Like, we went to Walmart yesterday to pick up a few things. And I told Sandy, I said, let's get a carriage from the parking lot, because it's been in the sun now, however long it's been out here.
Donna lives in upstate New York. She says, what heat?
Yeah.
Sorry, Donna. We've had a very mild winter here. I can't complain. And I think I shoveled snow like one day. It was like 1.5 inches of the whole winter. So,
wow.
Everything was like, it was snow, then it rained, and I can't complain.
Yeah, I shoveled snow.
Back bothered me, but
yeah, I shoveled snow once in 16 years.
You're crazy. You want to move back to all that snow? You're nuts.
It's family for us.
Carolina or something, or Virginia, that you're like a 5-hour drive home or something.
Yeah, but when it comes down to when the family's sending you pictures on text that, hey, we're at dinner celebrating, or we're at a birthday party, and it's like, damn, we could have been there, you know.
Well,
So for us,
if
it's
you're
all
on your
about,
business and you're only 5-6 hours away, I mean, you know, but obviously
yeah.
you do best. But
It's not like though we could just, we're going out to dinner tonight. You want to come? No, we can't.
I'm not, yeah.
So it's just, for us, it's more about family than anything. Yeah, because we moved down here, and
I guess you could move it in like a gated community where they take care of your lawn and take care of your snow shoveling, all that.
no, we were in a gated community. We still had to take care of the lawn and stuff.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, but still, we were at $278 a month.
And you had to take care of your lawn and everything? Wow.
Yeah, there's a gated community a little further down.
They charge that kind of money? And a pool?
Well, there's a gated community for 55 and older a little bit further down. They'll take care of your lawn and stuff like that, but now you're paying $325 a month for HOA.
Wow.
That's a small, that's a car payment for a lot of people.
Like a third of the mortgage or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. So here, our HOA in this house is $90.
Is it really? Okay.
And I mean, I have almost a 1/4 acre lot, which is unheard of in this area.
Right.
But I have to maintain it. I have the guys come over and mow it every once a week. But HOA is like 100. Yeah. The more
$100. It's just that they enforce the rules basically for $100 a month.
No, well, yeah, for like ours, they maintain the main thoroughfare going in, so that's mowed and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, the pool area and stuff, like we have a pool and that type of stuff, but the more a community down here, the more a community offers, the more the HOA fee is.
Right.
And I'm in a house, but there is communities closer to Disney. Condo communities. There's a couple of famous ones, and look at that Margaritaville that just opened. I think their HOA is $1,200 a month.
Holy cow!
Because it's a resort. It's like a built-in resort.
A golf course and everything there.
Well, I don't know if it's a golf course, but it's a water park and this and that. I mean, people from the outside can go in.
That's insane.
You have to pay to use everything, but when you have the HOA, it's included.
I would hope so for $1,200 a month.
Then they promote that you can rent it also. But man, you got to get a lot of money to recoup your money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the pools are closed everywhere.
I would think so. I mean, I don't know, but I would think that would be,
Yeah.
Things aren't always common sense.
Right. Yeah, a lot of common sense goes out the window a lot. I was telling Sandy yesterday too, I said, everybody's saying social distancing. We have to practice social distancing. I said, back in the day, it was called, personal space.
Yeah, give me my personal space.
I need my personal space.
Now they're talking about with the masks that even like the cheapo masks do provide some kind of protection. Before they said they were providing no protection, and that if you weren't sick, you shouldn't be wearing them because you're freaking people out. It's not really helping you. Now they're saying, well, they may help a little bit. It's like, well, what is it? I couldn't find them anyway. I mean, thank God I had gloves when I bought them at Harbor Freight. When I had them for like $2 or $3, like a year ago.
Yeah,
but you're not gonna be able to find any latex gloves or any masks. I mean, you might get lucky, but
yeah. And then there's people saying, "Well, don't use latex because it affects your skin or whatever." And
I'm not allergic to latex. They always ask you that whenever you go to the hospital. Are you allergic to latex? You have any allergies? Yeah, okay. Been there, done that too many times. Well,
the only thing I'm allergic to is pain.
Penicillin for me.
Oh wow!
But I just haven't got a rash. So
yeah. So thanks everybody for coming in. I know we still have a few people on the Facebook side too. Thank you very much for coming in and sharing the morning with us. Wanted to bring Adam on. Adam does a show. If you want to promote it, Adam, you got a link for the next one.
Yeah, I'll put the link for. I'm having friends of mine that are actually friends of Casey, the Rockstar Flipper, and the theme of the show is basically quit your job, go from a full time. They went basically from full time, job to part time job to now full time resellers.
Oh wow!
They're going to tell us how they did it. They have some neat systems in place, and they're in Pennsylvania. They're in the Lancaster area, like the Amish country area.
Yeah,
they do a lot with clothes, which I'm not crazy about clothes, but everybody, like I tell people, everyone has different ways and different systems they do things, and these guys are very sharp. And like I said, so basically they were both working for some kind of printing company in a warehouse or something. I guess they did catalogs or something. Then the one guy, he quit basically and went full-time reselling, and the other guy was still working part-time, and then now he basically is quitting in 2 weeks too, and he's going full-time. So they're going to basically, the two of them are going to make as much money, if not more, than the two of them when they were working their job. So I'll put the link in the chat here. Yeah,
hopefully you'll be able to see it, or if I have to approve it, I can approve it too.
Right. Yeah. If I'm not on mine, you're probably going to have to prove it. Okay.
So what's everybody else's plan for this last day of March, getting ready for April? I know down here in Florida, typically February, March is the time we have to start looking at our house. January too, because the weather is decent. We have to do a walk around because homes settle a lot here, more than other places, and they're block built. So your house starts to develop these step cracks, they call them. You're supposed to, caulk everything, caulk around the windows, get it all ready again, because with our heat, the caulking breaks down real fast. So it's just like back home. I think back home we used to walk around once, twice a year and spray for ants and stuff like that. Here it's pest control is a year-round business. So we have to maintain that all the time.
Yeah, put it in, Paul. If I don't know if you got to prove it.
No, it went in.
Okay.
You're in. Very cool. There's the link for Adam's show tomorrow at 3. Sounds like interesting.
Yeah, it's like I said, typically I try to have like some kind of theme, and I try to have like really experienced sellers. And I'm thinking, well, let's these guys reached out to me, and it's difficult getting guests, and it's like I'm thinking, well, these guys are pretty sharp, and I mean they have systems in place, and like I said, everyone does things differently, and again, a lot of resellers, they want to quit their job and they want to become full-time resellers, and again, the one guy went from part-time full-time actually to part-time to quitting the job, and now the other guy did the same thing. He went from full-time to part-time, and he's quitting the job. So both of them together are going to make more money, if not the same or more, doing reselling as they did working their regular jobs.
That's cool. Yeah, I wonder do they say where they're getting their stuff, or are they buying liquidation?
They source mainly at thrift shops.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Get into it. I said, look, don't give up your honey holes. Don't give up your secret sauce. But no, they're very giving. They're very forthright. So cool. They're actually going to show us like a tour of their office and how they have systems in place. And so it should be interesting. And I know them pretty well. I met them the first eBay Open was at the Mandalay Bay that I went to 2 years ago. And I've been to Vegas maybe 25 times. So I know how things work in Vegas, and it's like I'm not paying stinking Mandalay Bay prices for breakfast. So there's a McDonald's across the street. So it's like I said, okay. So when I got in there, and there was like a convenience store and gas station, I said, well, get something to drink at the convenience store. I mean, not like alcohol drink, but like iced teas or something. So I bought like 2 or 3 iced teas, threw on my backpack. I went to McDonald's and had something to eat at McDonald's. And they're not like our price McDonald's, but they're not like crazy pricey.
Right.
And I see these 2 guys, and like they're carrying like a case of beer or something, or 2 12-packs of beer. And I'm thinking, these guys doing this beer at McDonald's. They weren't drinking it; they were just carrying it.
Right.
And I don't know why they thought I was with eBay, but I asked her, "Are you guys with the eBay convention?" Oh yeah. So we started talking, and here, like I said, they became friendly with Casey the Rockstar Flipper, and so they've been down to visit Casey, and they're friends with Star, my flipping hippo. So they're friends with her, and they got into Dave Ramsey, like budgeting things and trying to basically put money away. So they implemented Dave Ramsey's system to save money up. So they had like a bankroll so they could do this. So I'm looking forward to this. Should be an interesting interview.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll have to tune in myself. What Jerry's saying, what doesn't sell well down here might sell better elsewhere.
It's true.
You just need to get them to see.
Like you guys have like a lot of what do they call them? Like Cuban type shirts, or what do they call their shirts, like the Tommy Bahama type shirts. Not the Tommy sells anymore.
Yeah,
their shirts. I mean, you see a few of them up here, but down there they have like so many because that's what you guys wear. You wear shorts and polo shirts and t-shirts.
Although it's funny, the last time we went home, I found more Disney shirts.
Oh, really?
In New Hampshire than I did here in 30 minutes away. I guess because people from there go down here for vacation all the time. I mean, granted, we used to do the same thing. That's why we ended up here. But yeah, there was, a ton more Disney shirts, all kinds of Disney shirts and stuff. But down here too, there's a ton of ripoffs. There's what are they? The heat on press Disney shirts. Disney won't make those, so those are knockoffs.
Right.
But yeah, Dolly, man, she kills it with the online arbitrage, online sourcing. And granted, I made a couple of buys that way too. But so we just have to get a little creative on where we can get stuff and find stuff. And I get a lot of people. I've been blowing stuff out. I've been blowing out some old inventory at the auctions. And, a lot of people have been scooping it up. Like I have a ton here I have to ship out today. I blew out my whole brand new Lego inventory. And I still have maybe 50, 60 pounds of loose Legos left to go. But I want to get in some new inventory.
I get confused about it. Everyone has different schedules with their auctions. I know Lisa pretty much does auctions like 5 days a week?
Lisa, Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesdays.
Oh, 3 days a week. Okay.
Yeah.
Tuesday jewelry auction. Tonight's jewelry auction. She said most things are starting $1.
Yes, and I thought that was a great idea when she did that. And one thing that I said that I was going to do, and now it seems like Dolly goes on at 6 on Fridays too.
Okay.
I didn't like the fact that, I'm going to start this at 20, including shipping. And I'm going to start this at 20, including shipping. And I'm going to start this at 20, including shipping. Well, if you buy 3 or 4 pieces, the shipping, and if it's light, the shipping's only going to be like $4 or $5.
Well, that's the thing too. You can say, look, if you buy multiple items, I'll combine shipping.
Right. So that's what I started to do when I did my auctions.
Fair for you, for the buyer.
Exactly. So that's what I started to do at my auction.
I don't like, and just me personally, because I always in my back of my mind, it's kind of like the old saying: do you offer free shipping on eBay, or do you not offer free shipping? Well, you're paying for shipping one way or the other.
Oh,
but like, okay, well, the item's starting out at $15. I'm gonna have to pay $10 for shipping. So even the minimum bid is going to cost me $25.
Right.
And whatever it gets to, that's And a lot of times I'll see things. It's like, well, if it was $15, I could actually resell it. But if I got to pay $25, there's no meat on the bone. I'm not saying you personally, but a lot of the resellers, a lot of the auctions, like, I don't have enough meat on the bone. And a lot of these things I don't really know that much about. I'm taking a chance on to begin with.
Right.
It's like, well, maybe I'll take a chance on this. I'm looking. It's like, wait a minute. After fees and everything, I'm going. I could make $10, but it could be long tail. It's like I'm not taking a chance.
Exactly.
If I could double or triple my money, I may take a shot.
Yeah. Well, I think because Dolly does it, Lisa's doing it now. Tiffany did it.
Right. And
I think everybody's seeing now that, it's better. we have one buyer that I told her last night, I said, I'll add this to your pallet. That's how much she buys.
Mhm.
And, the shipping was $10.20, I think, for the whole box.
For the whole lot. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So it worked out for her well. And it seems to work out fine for everybody. Yeah. Jerry says he does.
That's
free
Jerry. I
shipping.
was gonna say, what is his first name? Jerry? Okay.
Jerry. Yeah. I'm sorry if you don't want me to call you by your first name. I try not to.
I try
Sometimes
to.
sometimes
If you don't want to call your first name, tell me, and I won't.
right. He does free shipping on items over $100 when he lists on eBay.
Well, I used to do things that are like basically under $5 shipping. So basically, it's anything that's like first class and below. Well, first class.
Yeah.
I guess if I was doing media mail, I could offer the same type of thing. But if I'm not paying $9, $10, $12, and then again, like Jerry, like you said, you factor in shipping no matter what. So the customer is ultimately paying for shipping, whether you're doing, $14.99 plus $10 shipping, or you're doing, $24.99 including free shipping. Ultimately, the buyer is going to pay for shipping one way or the other.
Right.
Well, I'm not going to say your last name, Donna.
No.
I do know. I won't say it.
The only reason I say that, Donna, is because if I was to say Donna, then people would say, who's he talking to? Because they're all seeing Flippin' Frozen. And like Adam just did, I said Jerry, and that's Wolf Toy.
Right.
So sometimes you figure the people don't know who we're replying to.
It's like the cover charge, right? Right, Jerry? It's shipping.
Exactly. I can't believe the cover charge to get into some of these shows that we get. He's talking about collector shows. There's like $30 a day to get in and stuff.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But hey, we're coming up to an hour. Adam, hang on a little bit after this. Sure. We're coming up to an hour. Thank you everybody for watching. Make a good strong end to the month. Will you stop saying that, Donna? Flippin' Frozen.
I will not say your last name, Donna. I promise.
But thank you everybody for coming in.
Donna, I won't say your last name.
And spending the morning with us. I appreciate it. We all like to have people in here. Just trying to do something here.
Okay, guys, just a reminder, I did put the link in earlier if you want to, my Adam's Exploits. And again, I'm having resellers that basically, like I said earlier, they went from, full-time to the one guy went part-time, then he quit and became full-time reseller, and the other guy went part-time, and then he's basically become a full-time reseller. So a lot of people are looking for that, looking for like the secret sauce, how to become a full-time reseller. So 3 o'clock.
Yeah, the magic pill, as we call it.
Right. Tomorrow, 3 p.m.
It's the same thing. Real estate agents are the same thing. I've been a trainer now, and it's like they're all looking for the magic pill that'll make them money. And there is no such.
It's hard work, but you just got to realize what sells, what doesn't sell, and
it's hard work.
Exactly.
But hey, thank you everybody, and I'll be back on tomorrow. And I'm not going to start my new hours until the first full week in April, which will be Monday, I believe. So thank you very much for coming in and spending the time with us. And we will see you tomorrow.